So you're struggling to communicate with the ladies. You're struggling to go over there and make it happen. You're frustrated. You can feel the wheels turning, the engine is revving, but there's no forward movement. There's no forward momentum. Yeah, you're just waiting and wanting and wishing and hoping. And it's a frustrating place to be. So if you're looking to improve your communication skills with women, you're looking to improve your ability to go over there in the day, at night, in your social circle, that's what we're going to talk about on this video. On this channel, we talk about relationships. We talk about approach, day and night time. We talk about sexuality. But on this video, I'm going to talk specifically about the approach. So if that's something that you struggle with, stay tuned. This is going to be very helpful for you. So, who am I to talk about such matters? I am Joseph. I am the Wing Bro. I'm a 39-year-old online business owner. The reason my face is so drawn right now is because I've just been outside in the cold Belgrade, Serbian air. So I'm traveling the world right now. I've been traveling the world for the last 4 years, and I work online essentially. In terms of dating and relationships, I'm 39 years old, so I've seen many things over the years. I've dated women from many different countries. I tried to do a count back yesterday. I stopped counting at 20. I don't know. A lot of different countries, a lot of different places that I've been. And been lucky enough to date women from lots of different places and date some really good women. And I actually know what it's like to be the guy who's frustrated, who kicks himself because he can't approach. I can even remember approaches I should have done 18 years ago. I remember one in a Cuban airport in Santiago de Cuba, and I saw a beautiful girl and I couldn't do anything, because I was in an airport and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go over, I eventually learned how to approach, but I could only do it at night, basically. I was a nighttime urchin. I was a bar guy. I was a club guy. And I did 10 years going out in hitting the club scene very, very hard. And the last 4 of those, I was a club promoter as well. The reason I'm saying this, the reason I'm giving you this information is not to try to be grandiose or anything nonsense like that, right? It's not about me. It's simply to let you know, to give you that information so that you know, I basically know what I'm talking about. So I'm sat here in my apartment in Belgrade. I tried to record this outside, but it's just too windy and too freezing. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips on your mindset for daytime approach. The mindset for approach. These mindsets, you're just going to hold in the back of your mind. You don't need to be thinking of this in your approach, but it's going to help you if it's there in the back of your mind. So, mindset number 1, brother. If you struggle with this, you feel those wheels spinning, if you're down on yourself because you can't approach, mindset number 1. Approaching women is completely normal. It's completely normal. So going over to approach a woman you find interesting, you find attractive, is completely normal behavior. It's completely normal. We are a sexually dimorphic species, male, female, which means the sexes must interact. We are not asexual. We have to interact. So this is biologically normal. Okay, sometimes as men, certain cultures and things, people can feel a little bit stressed about this. Are they doing something weird? Are they doing something wrong? No. No, you're acting on your natural impulse, and that is completely normal. So going over to the girl is completely normal. As an addition to this point, I will also say women also find it normal as well. And most of them actually love it. Okay, they love getting a compliment. They love getting a nice approach. So many of them will be interested, some of them won't, but most of the time, women love it. I would say 49 out of 50 times, they actually really enjoy the approach. There's always the one who's having a bad day, but don't even worry about those. They're not even relevant, okay? We're talking 99% love it. So it's completely normal. Point number 2, mindset number 2. This can actually work, and it does work. Okay, so mindset number 2, approach actually works. Cold approach in the daytime actually works. I remember when I did my first daytime approach, I've done probably thousands at night because I was so seasoned at night. But I was wanting to make a transition over to doing it in the day. I saw a couple of friends doing it. This was when I was in Latin America, and I really wanted to do it as well. And I remember that very first approach when I finally just went for it and just did it. I remember I called a girl across the street who was on the phone, and she was with her mum. Yeah, shit show of a scenario for the first approach. She was on the phone. I carried on talking to her. She kind of was semi on the phone, semi came off. I chatted to her for a minute, chatted to her mum, took her number, turned around, went away. Wow. And I remember that explosive feeling inside my body of, wow, I've just crossed the Rubicon there. That was crazy. It was a really crazy feeling, that first approach. Really, literally felt like I'd just done, I've never really done drugs, but it really felt like I'd just done a shot of some kind of a drug. Now it's much more regular for me. So yeah, it does actually work. And then since then, I've obviously done hundreds, maybe thousands of approaches. I don't know, hundreds of numbers. And then you get the dates. And then some of the girls you like, you have a liaison with some of the girls. One of the girls becomes your girlfriend. That's how it's been for me. That's how it's been for some of my friends who've actually done this. So daytime approach does work. Look at it from the girl's point of view. For them, it's just more options. It's just more options. Like, oh, this is a nice guy. Come to me in the day. Why would they say no? Okay, nobody makes the rules here. If they go along with it, they enjoy it. And most of the time they do, because we're kind of breaking out the system a little bit. It's brilliant and it works. Okay, women want to be approached. Women want to meet good guys and they want options. Yeah, the only way they get options is if we go over to them. So it does work. Last point number 3, this is going to be gold. So if you stuck with me this far, you know, this is a YouTube thing that people say, but seriously, congratulations, because this is the best of the 3 tips. Okay, mindset tip number 3. Yeah, I don't hear too many people talking about this one. When you go over to the girl, you just act and imagine you've already been with her, you've already slept with her. You chill. That's what you think and that's what you imagine when you go over to the girl. You make that piercing sexual eye contact, but you act really like you've already been with her. Yeah, that is going to help all your body language or all these things that people obsess over. That will all be irrelevant because that will all be handled. You've already slept with her. It's cool. You've already been with her. Yeah, it's cool. And that basically, that's the biggest mindset shift. If you can just get that, and I have to remind myself of this many times, you can get that. It's a law of assumption. There's also a kind of this concept of familiarity, like familiarity openings. I noticed this about a decade ago in clubs. When I opened girls like I already knew them, things just went quickly. When I was too distant and formal, it didn't work as well. So open like you've already slept with a girl. So those are my 3 key mindsets. So I'll come back to you later this evening just to finish a couple more points on this video. So stay tuned. I've got to work now, but stay tuned. So I'm just on the way back from a non-existent night out now. They must have changed the night since I got back into Belgrade. So let me just continue the video. So if you're still here, you must be motivated to improve. You must be motivated to improve, and you must be having the issue. There's many issues you can have in this sector of relationships, cold approach, seduction, sexuality, everything. There's so many issues you can have. But I would imagine if your issue is the approach, you're feeling that sense of frustration, a deep frustration, maybe even a deep self-loathing that you know what you want. You know what you want, brother. You're like the cat looking at the fish through the goldfish bowl, okay? You already know what you want, but you do not have the courage of your convictions. And at the moment, you're revving the engine, and the wheels are spinning. The wheels are spinning, but you are not moving forward. And you're not giving the world the opportunity. You're not giving the girl the opportunity currently. And if you've tried alone, and I think probably most people watching the video have, you'll realize this is a bit of a bastard to do alone, this one. This is not an easy one to do alone because you've got to go, it feels like you're going so far out of your comfort zone, brother. In reality, you're not, but it can just feel that way. I know that feeling. I know that path, brother. I have been down that path, and that path leads fucking nowhere. It leads to pure fucking misery. So what I've had to do many times over is go take the correct action, in some cases get the correct training, but also have my wings alongside me. So if you can relate to this, you may be interested in my Ignition program. Ignition. It's called Ignition because it's finally the thing that's going to turn the key and it's going to get you moving forward, right? You might have been in this situation for months. You might have been in this situation for years, yeah? Probably years, let's be honest, maybe decades, right? And if you haven't got out of it alone, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to call a wing bro. Okay, so the program is a 4-week virtual wingmanship program. In the program, I will teach you the subtle art of the daytime cold approach before you go out into the field. So you're not going to go out unarmed. You're not going to go out not knowing what to do. You know exactly what to do before you even start. You then get out into the field, and we will be going through approaches every Saturday for 4 weeks, and you'll be iterating at a rate of knots. Okay, so you'll be getting 10x the progress in that month probably than you've had in your entire life. Between sets, I won't go into all the details because there are a lot of details, but between sets you'll be reporting back to me and we'll be iterating basically. And so you will have the wingman in your pocket. And I know this program works because it's something I've been working on for the last 18 months. And actually been working on it intensively for the last 5. I've been using virtual wingmen and I've been doing virtual wingmanship with friends of mine who are doing their cold approach journeys in an international fashion as I am. So I know this works. If you trust me, book a call. Book a call, or at the very least, brother, at the very least, just leave a comment. Leave a comment. What I don't want is for people who are suffering here, I don't want people suffering in silence. Do not suffer in silence, brother. Don't. Just put a comment in the comments below, right? Just put a comment. If you're already convinced though, and you already basically want to discuss the program, that is the program. It's at the moment it's very affordable. I am Ethereum at this point. It's not, you know, it's not nothing, but it's very affordable. I am the equivalent of Ethereum in July 2015, yeah, when Ethereum was released, right? The next Bitcoin, right? Ethereum came through, and now it's this super well-rounded, diversified cryptocurrency. That this is me in the world of cold approach, right? And dating and relationships. Bro, I'm a underground operator. I don't really know what to say, but it's not about me, to be honest. But I did my first nighttime approach when I was 15 in Club Kingdom, Sheffield. I got about 8 rejections, but got an absolute bad ski that night. Who was my first girlfriend I lost my virginity to. That's 24 years ago, bro. 24 years ago. I've lived, I don't even know how many countries I've lived in. I think about 15 countries. Lived in, not visited, lived in. If you could only see what these eyes have seen, you can see a little 1% of it on this channel of me going from place to place, talking about approaching place to place. Okay, so, but this is really not about me. The reason I'm giving you that information is just so that you feel confident. Okay, this guy is a vet. Okay, I'm going through the jungle with a veteran guide. Okay, so he's going to be able to guide me through. The summer is on the horizon, boys. It's February. It will soon be summer. Yeah, let's get our approach up and running, so when the time comes, we see those bikini-clad babes this summer. you can make the move, right? You can make the move. You can change your life. One approach can change your life. Let me give you a final story on this. I transferred from nighttime approach. I did 10 years of nighttime approach. I transferred over to daytime at 37. I started doing daytime. One of my friends, who I didn't even coach, he's just an old time wing with me. He saw me approaching, and off the back of that example, he started to do it. He just went over to China to meet the family of his girlfriend that he lives with, that he met through daytime approach, thanks to seeing my example. Yeah, he's just been on a round trip to China to meet the family, right? He's my age. He's got a gorgeous mid-20s Asian girlfriend that he met through daytime approach. Okay, one approach, brother. One approach can change your life at any age. Peace, love. Josefsky.